It was clear that Black Station was occupied by fascists. But Ullman had said he'd wait for me there. I had to risk it.
Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to Metro 2033 Redux. Now, in the last part, we made one hell of a push and a last stand with a group of survivors from the whole station. They were in trouble, and unfortunately everybody succumbed to their wounds besides us, but we were able to get a distress signal out for their station. And the way we did that was we had to go up to the surface by ourselves into Nazi-infested territory. We killed several dozen Nazis, as well as got that distress signal broadcasted for the members. We later ran into a child who was separated from his uncle because his uncle had died, separated from his mother, and we took him back to his mother. Very good, very good. Artyom, the saint of the Metro. But now we are to take on Black Station, a Reich-occupied hellhole.
Who is it? Surrender and you won't get hurt. I swear!
Well, I should have given my intro out here, but look at this. Ullman, our good friend, has come to the rescue once again.
Where's Pavel? Did he... Alright, later. The situation got worse. Nazis literally flooded the station. He'll have to act alone. Sorry. But if you can shut down their generator, it'll be easier to sneak past the guards. Take this.
Oh, nice.
I will wait for you in the deserted tunnel to Polis.
So, here's the thing. I think it's awesome that he gives us his VSV there. But based on the 9A91 rifle, which was the cheaper alternative to the AS Val. Fun little fact there. No, this is just based off that very clearly, but yeah, I wish I wouldn't have spent the money on it. All right, folks, let us creep through here and see. Oh, we had Nazis up ahead for sure.
Yours? I don't know. I haven't seen them for weeks. Yours? I don't know. I haven't seen them for weeks.
Oh, you see this here? Yes. The Nazis are playing tricks on us.
Who needs all that?
Uh-huh. And who is gonna feed your children, huh?
Now, perhaps.
What the life? Maybe get their families and go to Ganza?
Perhaps we can...
You know what happened to those who
Yeah,
tried.
we can. Very good. 2 for the price of 1. Sorry, I had to collect my thoughts. I wanted to say something about what we were trying to do, but I've realized that it was better to just do it. Oh, here's an example of the stew pot, or the teapot or whatever, that we can rattle in order to punch or turn the lights out. Very cool. I was talking about that in the last part. But we have killed two Nazis, and we are on the road again to creep through Black Station. Now, like our friend Ullman said, we have to travel alone. Very dangerous area, no doubt. I wonder if taking out that guard was a poor mistake on our part.
I can't take this shit, man.
There's a ton of movers down there. That's not good. Let's try to creep around this side. Very good. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. Niet problema. Now, I'm going to I'm gonna kick myself if we don't go to the other side and kill those guards after they screwed us.
You're evil.
Yeah, here we go. We got this.
Volunteer for executions.
Very good.
Mandel something. I'm a realist.
Okay, we got a ton of Nazis down below.
Shit, but not us.
Hold on. I'm gonna throw a knife. Look at that. Like nobody's business. We are the trench raider. We are the Nazi hunter. We are the dark.
What the?
They'll never know what hit them. See, Metro's stealth system doesn't require you to move fast whatsoever. As a matter of fact, you can take this as slowly as you want, but it's definitely beneficial for you to move as quickly as possible and kill efficiently. Now, the reason for this, or the reason for, wanting to kill efficiently is enemies have their own patrol routes, and they... Oh, I see that. Enemies have patrol routes, and they move in very specific patterns, and they react to your actions. Oh, holy hell. So, see, that was by accident. But killing him, yes, now we're going to get a twofer here, most likely. So, let's think of the thought process that's going into my actions right now. Now, that's actually crap. Okay, actually, that might have worked. That might have worked in our favor. So let me go back through here, and we'll walk through this together, and I'll tell you what my thought process was. Granted, we're not being chased. I don't think we are being chased. Alright, so are we full up? Hold on. Let's check. Yeah, okay, we're full up. So what I'm thinking in my head as I come down here, I can drop here out of the way of the light. We can't extinguish this light, so this creates a hot zone, right? Or, this is an impassable area in my head. I should not be walking through here until it's time for me to leave the area. So I drop down and loop around, and this is... in order, well, first that key caught my eye, but I come over here and hide in kind of a hot area, but in an area where nobody is facing this direction, right? We got one dude standing facing the stairway where we came. If I kill this guy, which we didn't know he was going to come here, but he did. So I kill him, he's off the radar, nobody's patrolling down this way that we can see at the moment, and we know that there's a bad guy over here, right? So we come here and we get this twofer. That should have been better. He did get the alarm screech out, but I figured we'd get we would have killed them in conjunction with one another much faster. You also see their weapons are getting better the further we go along here. Then we come over to this side, and we were able to stealthily kill this guy, thankfully, and that just led to the rest of this being easy money. But that's my thought process when clearing out camps. Ooh, look at this place. This is probably where the safe is, don't you think? Gosh, we could have just stayed down below, couldn't we? Killed them all silently. The game is saving, which leads me to believe that we might be progressing. That door stayed open. Wait a second. See, this seems like a side area, right? And Metro does this thing to me where they like to show me multiple paths. They think that I won't see all the paths, but I will see all the paths. I am the one who finds the different pathways. Yeah, see, that looks like... I'm going to take this gas mask off. That looks like moving forward. So we're going to go down here. Ooh, look at this. Another VSV. My God. You know, to think if we hadn't paid 113 coins for this thing, not counting any of our... Ooh. No, is this progression? What the hell? I can't tell. I'm gonna go this way first. Let's go cause some problems for the Nazi party. We can.
What?
You saw, you heard nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. We can kill armored enemies, which is good. We're going to put him in the dirt, steal all of his things, and then I'm going to bust out these light bulbs. It is cool that Metro allows you to destroy any lights that you come in contact with. Ooh, we got 5 more Helsing bolts. Rock on, man. Ooh, and a Helsing here with a night sight on it. Very cool. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the night sight. At least I don't remember being, so I'm gonna stick to what I have. This seems like progression, and it's making me a little nervous. Oh. This is definitely progression. Hold on, let's double back before I go any further and get confused, and we get all turned around and messed up. Because these doors are on separate ends of their respective stations, or blocked off station areas. So let's go through here. Yeah, this is still good. This is still definitely a valid area. We should honestly be using our nods. Look at all this. Wow, holy hell. Look at all these safes. Ooh, nice. 23 rounds and 2 sticky bombs. Now, what's through the rest of this place? Okay, there was another entrance here. Interesting, but where does this go downward? I love exploring by fire. You know, like the traditional, you know, the traditional candle. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to throw our gas mask on. You know, the traditional Scrooge, who goes there? Of course I like that very much, but ooh, holy hell. Ooh. What was that? Hold on. Let's hold on, bear with me here for a second. But, you know, storm lanterns, or whether it be a storm lantern or a lighter or anything that uses combustion as its main source. Someone really screwed this guy up. As its main source of light. I think that's pretty cool. Now, don't get me wrong, I love all forms of light. I love flashlights and everything else, but it would be really cool. It would be really cool if we went back to using more analog style lighting. What would you call that? More like, I don't know, user determinant lighting. Damn, it seems like they had one hell of a fight with these guys down here. It's crazy though, for one lurker to do that much damage to these folks. Oh, this is still...
I will come.
Okay, hold on.
Say, straight, I will.
What the hell are we witnessing here? This looks like a...
Ever heard the stories about Metro 2 and invisible watchers? You've heard of Ragnarok, the last battle of the gods. Forces of evil prevail. The legends say Metro 2 lies beneath this one. The Metro and their dogs. Once upon a time, the shepherds ruled the herd from there. and their sheep were dispersed in many directions. A single gate joined these two worlds at a place which now splits the map with a red scar. But something happened, and the gate to Metro 2 was shut down forever. Those living here, and it became a thing of myth. But though we are no longer aware of Metro 2, it does exist. It is all around us. Its tunnels entwined with our own. Its stations. Shit.
Alarm! What? Alarm! The Reds are coming! Over here!
Okay, so sorry for going dark on you there for a moment. I wanted to breathe and not only smoke these guys really quickly like that, but I was listening to. I wanted to let the world breathe and enjoy it for a moment, as it was meant to be. That story being told was interesting, and it's a bastardized version of the story, like the story that the Vikings told, you know, about Ragnarok being the battle of the gods, and Valhalla being where warriors go if they die in combat, right? Which it's common for warriors to die in combat. So, you know, if you died giving your life for your, you know, for your people, for your bloodline, you would be looked favorably or looked upon favorably by the forces that be, the powers that be, right? The old gods like Thor and whatnot. Okay, this is definitely progression. But they have instead, which Nazis do anyways, they take things that have nothing to do with them and they make it about them. So these Nazis are no different. These Nazis being, you know, the Nazis of the Metro, they're taking this concept. What is that on there? Is that just a red dot site? Looks unique. Anyways, they're taking this concept that has existed for a very long time and claiming it and saying that, you know, there's a metro beneath, right? There's a metro beneath this metro where the warriors go when they die. And it's just a bizarre, interesting thing. This is probably a great propaganda tool for people that have never stepped foot outside of the metro, that, you know, didn't know the old stories. How much information do you think is passed fairly, or, you know, around the metro in general? Something that the fascists and the communists were both known for and are still known for is dissemination of information and destruction of information, right? Nazis burn books, communists burn books, they round up information and make sure that nobody gets their hands on it. You see this in, and I'm not here to give you a history lesson totally, but you see this in Nazi Germany as a good example. People's the wealth of information and knowledge that oppressed people are allowed to consume is directly related to how controlled said population is. I do not believe in censorship. I do not believe in censoring information or anything like that. That looks bad. That looks like a bad place to be. What goes up here? There were bad guys up here, right? But, you know, you should, it's a tactic.
Hey! Komm ich an dir! Alarm!
All right, folks. I think we have cleared the Nazi encampment here. Ooh. Almost. Ooh, this guy is a K-12. Oh, that is the expensive Kalash. Man, I am tempted to pick that up. I don't know the next time. You know what? Oh my god. You know what? We're gonna take it. Yeah, this is the this is definitely the expensive Kalash. It's considered, I think it's called the Kalash 2012. It's an experimental. Anyways, it's an experimental version of the AK that operates similarly to the FNP90, which is a funky weapon, and I'm sure everyone knows what the P90 is. Did you know that the P90 and the FN57 were developed in conjunction with one another? Because I thought that the 5.7 came much later. The answer is it did not. I didn't know that. I was really thrilled when I found that out. Made me a little giddy. Alright, now we have kicked the Hornet's Nest, and the Night Stalker is here. Now, I don't know where we are to go from here. I suppose we'll find out, though. We just smoked the whole gambit, the entire Nazi regime, didn't we? Well, at least the Nazi regime that was tasked with protecting the generator. But, unfortunately for us, I don't know where we are to go now that we have killed all these guys. Perhaps we'll find out. So we came from up here. Through that hole, right? Someone still... No. I was gonna say, I wonder how much... wonder if we can interact with that or not. The generator is down. And we gotta go meet up with Alman. I don't know how to do that. I'm talking to myself. I apologize. I am well aware that that's not helpful. Oh yes, the drop down area back here. Man, they've haphazardly blocked off the surface there. It's terrifying. I couldn't imagine just being inches away from that. Here we go. All right, let's throw a gas mask on. Once more into the fray, my dear friends. Oh, nope, we don't want those nods on. I'm going to keep this Helsing out for the time being until we're presented with a threat. A non-humanoid threat, which, judging by the traps and whatnot, there's probably no Salises or lurkers down below. Oh no, I know what's down below. Well, actually, maybe I don't. Sounded like a watchman, kind of. Oh, good. Very good. Now, you see this here. No good. He's covered in bugs. Young spider bugs. Could have 15 rounds on him. We have to keep our flashlight charged. I think the game's about to teach us a harsh lesson. Got a new note. Dead Reichsman. Suppressed rifle. Man, they've got good kit down here. Oh, Christ, I'm so sorry. All right. Moving right along. I thought... Was that our head? It most definitely was. Man, there are a ton of spiders down here. We keep burning up their webs, and I'm hoping we don't run into... There's another example of what I don't want to run into. I fear we might have a awful segment up ahead. I've been trying not to give too many spoilers or anything, but there are definitely some creepy crawlies up ahead.
Artyom, my man, you made it.
Hey, what's up, Alman? Very good.
Here, you're climbing here.
Yes, in a moment. I have things to look at. Oh my God, they'll never understand the stalker life, the rat life. You gotta scavenge. You gotta scavenge to survive, my friends. Scavenge to survive. Your wits are your best friend. Observe, adapt, eliminate.
We'll reach Polis soon.
Oh, we're going to Polis now. Holy hell. Man, I feel like this is moving pretty fast.
These are not the usual mutant creatures. This is something else. Something much worse. Fear.
God. The hallway behind us extending on for what feels like infinity.
Even children hated by their parents try to love and understand them. We wish to understand you and help you. What
Oh
is
my
he
God.
doing?
Oh my God.
We want out.
Okay. This is a distinct horror section. Oh, peace. I don't think you do. Oh my God, we're trapped.
You can't hide from the future.
Sounds like they're talking to us, but they're talking in multiple
It's hard
voices.
to describe my feelings at that moment. Exhausted, yes, but joyful. I had made it. Once I delivered Hunter's message, the rescue of my home station could be decided by those stronger and wiser than I. And my task would be over.
Well, Artyom has successfully made it to Polis.
Car, stop the engine! Do not move! Name yourselves!
Uh-oh.
Ullman, is that you? You're lucky Petrovich isn't here. He's not a man for jokes. Who's that with you?
Frontier. I'm escorting him from the Black Station.
All right, come on through.
I like the distinctive glow of the Rangers goggles. That makes it, that was a really cool sequence there. I like that quite a lot. Now, Polis has definitely got much better security. Nothing like the fringe stations that are getting eaten up by the Reich and by the Communist Party. Look at that. Polis. Wow. So I wonder what it is about. Is it because Polis was a more central, larger station, and more like influential and quote unquote stronger people were able to make their way here? That was 20 years ago. You know, how long has Polis been established? I just started rereading.
All right, let's go.
All right, Allman. I just started rereading the books. I'm on chapter 2 of Metro 2033 right now.
You'll be out soon. We all will be. Don't worry.
Jailed Nazis, jailed commies. Hello. What does this play? Ooh, look. A piece of candy. Doctors?
Welcome to Polis, Captain Krasnov. You've come a long way, young man. Where exactly are you from?
He's from the exhibition.
What, can't he speak for himself?
Look, Captain, it's the kid's first time in Polis. He's been through hell getting here, and he's carrying Hunter's message to Miller. So, cut him some slack, huh?
All right. Get changed. There's the clothes. You can leave your gear. It'll be safe here. You'll get it back sparkling clean.
You go ahead and take some rest, Artyom, and I'll go find Miller. I hope he's not out on a mission.
By the way, don't forget to scrub yourself down in the lobby, Ullman.
I won't. The ass.
Would you rather have two-headed kids? Idiot.
A lot of times in games, people don't explain why the character is mute, and it doesn't make sense. But here, they're trying their best to make it work, right? By having Ullman talk over him or whatever, because he's tired. It's first time in Polis, you know, a young kid, scared kid in a big city. Hold on.
Need ammo? Ask me. It's reserved.
Okay, let's sell all this. All these goodies.
And where is your ammo?
We're
here.
we're stocked up.
For more.
Alright, we're stocked on really everything. We've got plenty of...
Stuff is falling out of your pockets already.
I'm Miller. Where is the message from Hunter?
Oh, holy cow.
This way.
Yeah, okay, hold on, Colonel. Let's throw... Ooh, let's throw an optic on here. And a suppressor. Very good. And I don't love the laser. So we're still not going to do that. Let's, what can we trade in? Buy gun. Assembled from common bicycle parts and metal pipes with the most basic tools, this revolver shotgun is as easy to manufacture as it is efficient in closed spaces of the metro. That's really cool. Oh my god, the Kalash is cheaper. Significantly cheaper than the what's it called? The VSV. Extremely sought after in the Metro due to its great performance. So it is a pre-war gun though. And we did get one for ourselves. See, I always thought it was a bullpup, but no, the trigger is actually back there, built into the stock, the trigger mechanism. And that's got a foregrip built into it too. That's really bizarre. I would love to unpack that sometime. Let's see. I think we have everything we need, don't we? We don't need to change clothes. Do we actually need to change clothes, or is that just a metaphor? Not metaphor, but just a placeholder. I think that was just a placeholder. Alright, where did he go?
Well, thank you for bringing this to Polis. Was a brave thing you did. I'll call an emergency session. When they summon you, you'll report the situation. All council members, please assemble in the council chamber. I repeat, all council members, please proceed to the council chamber. Escort the boy to the council chamber.
So here we're starting to see the very, very political side of the Metro.
I had to. What do you? Fuck that. As if you have nothing.
Got some wacky characters here too. Look at this though. My God, is it beautiful? That guy's fishing off the edge. Wonder if we can take a, yeah.
You can't go in there. It's a high danger zone.
High danger zone? Why would it be a high danger zone? Probably radiation, right? I love that they're fishing in here. I wonder what he's fishing for. Probably like boots and whatnot. Oh man, he's got to catch a person if he's not careful. But this is interesting. They have an entire area devoted to fishing here in Polis. I wonder if this acts as a canal. I wonder if they have set up like filtration systems and whatnot. I mean, you see doctors here. You have a bar here. This is definitely not the only bar that exists, right? You see doctors, and I mean, they've got pre-war medical equipment. You know, monitors, medical equipment. I'm seeing all sorts of different stuff that's been converted to function as medical equipment in today's world. And then they've got the Spartan Rangers, the most well-equipped people that we have encountered so far. I mean, each one of them is wearing a what looks like a ballistic vest. Now, I could be wrong, but they all have a uniform, a ballistic vest. Each one is individually issued a helmet, an Alton at that, rifle, multiple pouches for magazines. Now, they don't wear chest rigs. It seems like they store everything in their legs. This dude has a knife. Oh, holy hell. Seven hours later.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Artyom, I'm stunned that the council has refused to help your station. I'm ashamed that they lack the courage you have already shown. But Polis is not the whole metro. There still are people who will rise up and fight the threat of the Dark Ones. Okay. Listen carefully. The Rangers have found several well-preserved missile bases near the city. Some could probably be activated and deliver a missile strike against the Dark Ones. The problem is that the missiles are supposed to be launched from the command center, D6, but we don't know where that is, or if it's operational. However, we do know where that information can be found. There's a huge library on the surface. Dangerous place, but it contains a secret military archive. We must go there. Okay, we'll split up now to avoid the tension. You'll go up from here. I've already arranged that. When you've made your way to the library entrance, I'll be there waiting for you. Okay? Hey, Artyom. Be careful. Ah, one more thing. When we go back, we'll head straight for Sparta base. My rangers will meet us there.
Okay, very good. So this is the third time that Artyom is going to the surface by himself. Wow.
The Council's decision shocked me, but Miller's plan gave me hope. Once more, I climbed up to the bones of Moscow to search for the secret of D6 and a way to awaken the horde of missiles.
So, there's several things I want to unpack here, and we'll do this quickly, and we'll do it on the move too. So, D6, finding D6 is you know, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It's a near impossible task, right? But instead, so the colonel of the Rangers is allowing a young boy that he just met, because he believes so strongly in his mission, to go up to the surface. He's going to risk his life to go up to the surface with him in order to find this library, find the secret military archive, and hopefully find D6, right? To launch these missiles. I think it's funny that humanity has already destroyed the world 20 years ago by launching the missiles, something he was alive for. I mean, he remembers getting forced down here. And he wants to launch missiles again on top of their heads in order to destroy the Dark Ones. I find that kind of a fallible line of thinking. And on top of that, Artyom and the Colonel they are going to have multiple interactions over the course of the games. And I want you to remember right now in Metro 2033 what the Colonel is like. And I want you to see how he changes or how that differs the further we go. Because it's funny, you know, if you have foreknowledge, it's really funny seeing this interaction right now and then like what Artyom becomes to the Colonel. But we're going to make entry up here. Look at this. God, it's bright. Very bright up here. I'm going to explore, like always. We got some stalking to do first, my dear friends. We are a stalker first, a soldier second. Well, we're a stalker first, a monk second, and a soldier third, and a poet fourth. Right? Or there's a diplomat mixed in there somewhere too. We also eat snakes occasionally. Let's continue on. I don't know what we just witnessed. We witnessed something, it does seem. Doesn't seem like there's anything particularly interesting here for us. I guess we are just a step out. Oh, hello. You know, thankfully, we had Bourbon as our first real teacher. Well, we had Hunter as a role model, we had Bourbon as our first real teacher, and then we had Khan. So we had the reckless, boisterous, loud, self-centered, angry Bourbon, right? Distrustful, dishonest Bourbon. And then, oh Christ alive. Well, we are on the surface, aren't we? So we have the choice of going straight to our target area, or at least what I believe is our target area. We're going to the left. And you know me, we don't do anything in a straight line. As the crow flies is it's a waste of time. Is this supposed to be the library? This kind of looks like the library. Hold the phone. before we get lost here, let me try to get to the other side here. I don't want to miss anything. Oh, it doesn't even give us an option to. Oh, okay. Well, I feel a lot better about our decision then. Let's continue on. You have to forgive me, folks. Up here on the surface, it's really easy. So you don't have to be ooh, look, he's got a... Well, that's where we're going. You don't have to worry as much about your filters as you think you do. Your filters are not limitless, by no means. They are a finite resource, but luckily... Ooh, who the hell is firing rounds off? They are a finite resource, but you can find plenty of them on the surface. So if you need to take a second in order to creep around like I'm doing... can we sneak by this guy? I wonder if we can just smoke him. Yeah, very good. Hell yeah, Helsing for the wind. Oh, that wasn't even a... Did I alert one? Alright, so it seems like we have alerted the hordes. Unintentionally, but we have. So we're gonna use our shambler going forward. We'll maintain stealth when we can, but for the most part we're just going to have to be real careful. And put rounds on target. So I was thinking about these, you know, humans ruined the world, but that didn't stop life from existing, right? Ooh, look, a stash. Very cool. See, all these bolts laying around, okay, first, humans ruined the world, and it did not stop life from existing on the surface. They have adapted to this life, right, to this environment, to this climate. Like any creature will do on a long enough timeline. You know, it's either adapt or die out. And extinction doesn't seem like the option here. So when you look at, pardon me, when you look at the creatures up here, you know, this is not our world anymore. This is very much so their world. They own this world now. That one jumped right up in the car with me. That's like the demon was guiding it here. It's freaky little thing. Freaky indeed. And the other thing I wanted to say is, you know, you see all these Helsing bolts, but I don't think we've killed an enemy so far that uses the Helsing. I don't think we've used or encountered someone fighting us in combat that had... Ooh, I thought we switched that over. Well, we lost a knife. That's okay. But everyone we've encountered, like, we've found Helsings out and about, and it's, you know, widely produced, or somewhat produced in the metro. These are difficult to make, though, and that's why they're so expensive. But Khan is the only individual we've ever seen using the Helsing bolt. So anytime I see creatures that have bolts stuck in them, I immediately think of Khan. I'm gonna try to stick this demon. Honest to God. Ooh. Ooh, Christ. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, we killed one. I'm gonna let our health go up a little bit before we try that again. Okay, there he is. That was a really good throw. I wonder if that almost caught him. Okay. Nope. Nope. That's alright. We have one more chance to do this, and I'm going to try to make it count. Oh. Alright. Fighting the demon that way is ineffective. That's okay. That's the only reason we really have those things. The freaking watchers getting up in our bus is freaky. I don't like that so much. Come here. I want to fight this demon, and I think we're going to fight this demon before it's all over. Jesus. I'm almost hitting him on the far swing there, or on the far throw. Christ. Where is that demon? Gotta watch the skies, gents. Watch the skies. Jeez Louise. Alright, where are you? There he is. Come here. I'm gonna get him with one of these. One of these. Okay, we're out. Well, it was. Ooh, it surely was worth the attempt, right? See, how do you know if you don't try? There's some things that I assume you shouldn't try in general, and that's probably one of them, but I really thought it would be cool. You know what? Because I'm so gung-ho about trying that, I'm going to do it again. Alright, my dear friends, we're back. I'm going to cut all that out. We did some goofy nonsense. Definitely some goofy nonsense. It was kind of fun. But it's just not really usable footage. I mean, we're doing the same junk over and over again, trying to... Oh, Christ. Okay, we were trying to stick one of the... stick the demon. Oh my god. Okay, well, that time, that was kind of a panic response. I'm not gonna chalk that up to me trying anything. I wonder if we can hit him with an incendiary, though. That's going to be kind of our backup. Oh, that actually worked for the Watcher. Alright, let's try to keep this thing loaded for bear, because I know we're going to have to fight demons in this part. I think it's just a unpassable fact of life. Now, I don't know where we're supposed to go exactly. Perhaps just continue on straight here. No, here we go. Okay. I just didn't go far enough. Oh my god. Lord have mercy. This is the library. Yes, it is. Holy hell. My god, look at this. I wonder if all this is... Hold on. I wonder if we're here to, Hold on here. No, we're definitely here to wait on the current. I think this might be a bit of a survival segment. Hey, we found a key, though. That key from earlier definitely came in handy with us. Nice. Very good, very good. Oh, wow. This is actually kind of terrifying. Look at that. God, and this is the first time... Not the first time of us seeing the ruined city, but the first time seeing it so pure, so crisp. You know, we're not only seeing bombed out buildings, but we're seeing the remnants of infrastructure. Government buildings, libraries, high-rises, and what I can only assume, and a church. Something once revered, now, you know, religion's most likely dead in the metro now. Now, I can't confirm that totally, but I'd say for the most part, religion's taken quite a different turn. Ooh. My god. Where is the Colonel? Hey, there he is. Very good. Thank you, Colonel. Let's, hey, and the Rangers. Seems like rescue has arrived. Very good. I am very injured. But talking about the, okay, talking about the architecture, though. This is the first time we've been on the surface ourselves. If you don't count Bourbon, if you don't count that experience with Bourbon, this is our first time alone on the surface in a high traffic, high density area, right? And Artyom held his own until reinforcements returned, or arrived. Not, they didn't return. That denotes that they were here to begin with. Going to be using our pipe bombs. I did shamefully throw several, almost 8 pipe bombs at a demon. So, you know, bear with me on that. But ooh. I am struggling to keep my shambler fed the ammunition. Trying to fight on multiple different fronts too, which you cannot win a war on multiple fronts. It is impossible. And I am realizing that we haven't healed in like 3 or 4 chapters.
So, you were here. That's good. We were worried. Now remember what to do? We need to get to the military archives. It is somewhere beneath the main library. Now, we can reach it through the main reading hall, alright? Now freezing here. Let's go.
Okay, hold on, Colonel. What the hell do you mean? What do you mean you've been waiting for me? You came from where I had been seconds earlier. And you jumped into the fight significantly later. I've expended 60 rounds of ammunition. First and foremost, I'll have you know.
We'll go with Artyom to check the hall.
I was gonna say, dude, you better close that gate. Christ, or not gate, door.
Seems to be quiet.
So,
a flock of birds came to see us.
why you would be shooting at us?
Come here quickly! Lock those doors! I'm coming!
Okay. I am stuck, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, folks. So, here... Ooh, Christ alive. Here you see an example of something inhuman and something that didn't come from the flora and fauna that we're used to, right? These things, I don't know their name. I'm sure they have a interesting name, but they come from... what exactly? They almost look like trees. But they're like barnacles from the Half-Life universe. They're carnivorous. They want meat. That is quite a scary realization. No doubt. Now, we have... Ooh! Jesus Christ. Get your... You must forgive me here. There's a lot to talk about, and I'm just gonna wait till we get somewhere... Holy hell. Oh, yes. Okay, I remember where we are. Come on, dude. Artyom. What are you doing here? Artyom, what are we doing? Okay, why would I not be able to go through here? Oh, okay. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, genius. Okay. You guys gonna let me through? Please?
Don't go anywhere. We'll come for you on our way back. It's joke.
That's a funny joke. Very funny joke. Okay.
Any longer, and those beasts would have ripped us apart. Good work, Artyom.
Thank you. I need some time to unpack, guys, so if you could stop doing, like, major plot stuff for a moment, that'd be really awesome, quite honestly. There's a whole bunch of dead here, which is interesting. I wonder why the stalkers were coming here in particular.
Who cares? Smell it anyway.
Alright, I guess this is the best opportunity I'm going to get for some time. It's just nailing us back to... Oh, for the love of God, look at that thing. Okay.
So you can see how you're doing well.
Alright, folks, we are in a large public library, right? Public libraries are known for having archives, but why, oh why, outside of the size and scale of this building, would stalkers want to be here, right? Now, the military archives is a good guess. You wouldn't find any useful supplies. I mean, you'd find a lot of burning material, but now, this is kind of conflicting. I mean, useful supplies as in, you know, ammunition, food, water. You're not going to find any of your holy trinity up here, right? But knowledge is power. So I wager a lot of people, and the reason why we see so many stalkers up here is because they were coming here probably to get books on medicine or electronics or engineering, you know, things that they didn't know down below, or, you know, skills that they didn't have. A lot of the metro is self-reliant, and they need knowledge. They need the ability and the know-how to do things, to continue making makeshift weapons, to continue making ammunition, to continue treating illnesses and wounds, to, you know, do basic stuff like build makeshift roads. You know, not everybody's a carpenter. Not everybody is an engineer, you know. Not everybody shares the same skill set, so the metro has to work together in order to accomplish tasks as a whole. Side note, on top of all of this, we have already encountered 2 new monsters we have not seen yet. We have encountered these things hanging from the ceiling. I don't know what they're called off the top of my head, but what I do know about them is that they are organic. They behave kind of like a Venus flytrap would, right? I don't know if they're sentient, but they act like Venus flytrap when something walks into its vicinity, or, you know, messes with its silica, or not silica, Jesus Christ, messes with the sensitive hairs on it. You know, it attacks, it attempts to kill it. So it might be a man-eater type plant, judging by the roots that we see. That's my best guess, but I don't know. Now, the other thing is this thing creeping around, and I know what it is. I'm not going to talk about it yet, but we have something very big, very fast, and very strong creeping around down here. And that is horrifying. That is a horrifying reality. And on top of all this, we're the one getting tasked with the grunt work. So let's move forward. Go ahead and continue on here and see what it is we can do. I remember this opening segment of the library being frustrating for young me. Perhaps it'll still be frustrating for adult me. Perhaps not. Perhaps it'll be fun. We are burning through filters like crazy. It's because I'm sitting here gabbing, but we gotta gab. This door is locked. Okie dokie. It said look around the side rooms, which is what I'm doing now. Wonder if we throw a pipe bomb over there, if that helps anything. I see that. I see that hole over there in the wall. Now, why would it you know, hell, let's try it. Who knows? That work? That wake anybody up? No. What if we go... Ooh, there's that thing again. Hello. We can make them curl up if we injure them, which is a neat mechanic. So they're definitely worried about getting hurt or, you know, at least injured. Where are we to go here? You haven't... Oh my god. Okay, well, I mean, that wasn't a very long time, but it was definitely enough time to make me say unbelievable. Unbelievable indeed. We are following the path of a large, bipedal, fast-moving creature. That is something that is exceptionally concerning. Ooh, look at this. There's something funny I've noticed about the Soviet games, two of which so far. Both of them love, or games based on, you know, Soviet themes, both of them love their swinging giant metal objects smashing into other stuff. Yeah, the other one is Hail to the Rainbow, which we're playing on the channel right now. Ooh, we didn't want nods. Alright. Let's get ready. Let's see what waits behind the door. Jesus Christ, look at this place.
Must have been beautiful.
Okay, so...
Librarians are some of the most dangerous creatures out here. If you meet one, or two, God forbid, don't fight it. But don't run from it either. The beast won't attack you if you look them in the eye. Now remember, never let them out of your sight. Show them your back, you die. Okay, if a beast gets nervous, move away, but slowly. And if you shoot, well... look or don't look, you won't see anything ever again.
So, this is interesting. My god. Vanilla is struggling with these freaking demons, man. He's having a lot of bad luck. Oh no. Jesus Christ. You good? He's definitely cracked some ribs. And they knocked a filter out of his gas mask.
Okay, he's still alive. Artyom, I must take him to Polis. You'll have to find a map yourself. Here are the floor plans. The entrance to the archive is somewhere on the first floor of the library. The door the librarian went through leads there. There's not much time. Dawn's coming. Go now, and remember what I told you about the beast, okay? I'll try to come back as soon as possible.
Okay, so I didn't remember this being a segment in which we had to split up, or at least not in that manner. I vaguely remember this area. You see the classic Soviet architecture, party members. These look like they're supposed to be like the greats. You see what looks like Socrates. Maybe generals. I can't tell. It's very difficult to tell. But you know how communist architecture is. And then you see over here. I don't know who this is. I would like to see who this is though. I wonder if we just stand at the base if anything happens. Yeah, can't quite tell who that is from down here. Perhaps a Soviet novelist or influential individual. Anyways, so we have a name for the creature. We have briefly seen the creature, and every time we've seen it, they've been running. It's a bipedal creature known as the librarian. Librarians being these vicious, voracious creatures, and we learn now that all these corpses... Who are you? All these corpses are attributed to the librarians, and that you have to look them in the eye and back away from them slowly, like you would an ape, almost. Why? Because they are... Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate these. I swear to God, if I could pull it from the ceiling, I would. I wish I could do it like a barnacle from Half-Life and put an explosive in its mouth. You see here, the roots are... They're showing signs of... I don't know what type of growth these are, but they've got the pulsing spines radiating from them. Oh, for the love of God. It seems like we might have our first chance meeting with the librarian up ahead. I have to chip away at this door real quick. Don't mind me, guys. Giant ape creatures. I'm in their turf, and I'm breaking doors, being extremely loud and obnoxious. Nothing bad will come to us. Okie dokie. Oh, there we go.
I was alone again, and soon I would look into the eyes of fear, literally.
Ooh. Now this is something that I could make an entire video on, this particular chapter. The depository. The depository is part of the greater library, but it is not a combat. I mean, I guess it could be a combat segment, but this is more akin to a horror segment, like the Ghost chapter is, except we're all alone on the surface, managing resources and encountering, well, there they are. That's the, as Artyom said, the face of fear. We're going to continue stalking and doing what we normally do, checking every corner first. Surprised Artyom doesn't take more of these blades. I feel like I'd be hoarding blades out of fear for my mind breaking off in the jaw of one of these giant creatures. Ooh, all sorts of resources. Very good, very good. Now, it sounds like a demon that's approaching, which makes me really nervous. Really, really nervous. Because we can deal with one... See, oh, wait, oh, no, he's been mauled. I was going to say, does that look like a suicide? Hi. Oh, my God. So they're ape-like, bipedal, humanoid creatures. Pray we don't have to see one too close. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see. That guy had some goodies on him. That one moving upstairs, we're gonna leave it be. We're gonna try to dip over here. Holy hell. My God, it makes me wonder several different things. So they're an extremely unique enemy compared to the others that we've seen, right? They are bipedal, humanoid entities, apish, large forearms, large arms that hang well below where they would on a regular human, right? And then, on top of all this, they have craniums. Their cranial structure resembles that of a human. So, but they're animalistic, no doubt. God, this is a stealth segment until it's not, you know? Jesus Christ. But, you know, as we creep around these librarians... They're called librarians because they're only... Oh my god, he just blocked us in. What the hell? So they're intelligent. They can manipulate their environment. Perhaps they can use tools. This one here was killed by this group, it seems. Oh my god, we get a good look at him here. Look at those eyes and look at that mouth. Jesus Christ, and those fingers. Giant, calloused, tumor-esque gross on its back. It looks like... It only has 3 fingers though, but it looks like... No, it doesn't. Does it? 4, 1, 2, 3... It's got 4 fingers. It looks like a mutated ape, perhaps. Maybe a hybrid between an ape and a human, or hybrid between a rhinoceros and an ape or something. I don't know. The skin being scaly like that, it just it makes me think of a rhinoceros or a hippo. Not a hippo, a rhinoceros or an elephant. Having that scaly skin like that. We'll read all these notes here in a second, but they're called librarians because they're only seen... Look at that mouth again. Jesus Christ. They're only ever seen in the library, right? They're not seen anywhere else in the metro or on the surface. And why is that, do you think? Why is that? Why would... Oh, my God. Why would... Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I hope that's... Oh, my God. Look at that beast. Oh! Why are we fighting? Okay. So this one didn't kill us. Interesting. I didn't mean to start problems by throwing that freaking pipe bomb, but that's just the way it is, unfortunately. So, the librarians are only present in the library, hence their name. Why are they only present in the library? So, librarians are only present in... Oh my god. Only present in the library. Now, why is that? I missed a room, but that's also the room that they went into. I'm gonna try to move as fast as possible. You know, it makes me think. There are several different theories I can think of, and one of them is that the library being a place of knowledge, right? Not only being a quiet place, perhaps the... Oh my god! Holy hell, Artyom. Look at that thing. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'd forgotten about that. We might actually get a jump scare warning on this one. So, oh, wow. Holy hell, and the way they move between the corridors. They know what they're doing. It's like they're stalking prey. The librarians and their association with the library, what it makes me think of, if it is a humanoid entity, then it makes me think that the library reminds them of a place of knowledge, right? A place where they can, these creatures can learn. Perhaps it's this want to learn, or this want to consume knowledge or retain knowledge that makes them remember being a human. The other is that the zoo is right up the road, or my other thought process is the zoo is very close, and that is why they're here. They have just funneled themselves into this location, and it's easier for them to stay here than it is to move out, because they're more intelligent, so they're seeking shelter, whereas the other creatures live outside hunting for prey. The librarians perhaps have a unique diet. Perhaps they eat non-traditional foods. Perhaps they live on a diet of paper or something. That doesn't totally make sense to me in my head, nor is that my headcanon, but the reason I'm hypothesizing that is because why else would they live somewhere that is full of books, right? People don't come here. Creatures don't seem to come here, except for the lurkers, you know? There'd be much better hunting to do outside on the streets. So, it just makes me curious. Why are... Oh, hello! Jesus Christ. No lights here, okay. We are definitely being stalked by creatures that are not only stronger than us, but extremely intelligent. And they're trying to they're not trying to hurt us, but they're definitely trying to... They're being territorial. They're trying to scare us. God bless. That thing is a hulking giant. Look at that thing, man. It definitely behaves like an ape. But that still doesn't... Jesus Christ. It behaves like an ape, but it doesn't show the, behaves like an ape, but when challenged, it doesn't attack, right? Once it tries to challenge you, like size you up, and then after the challenge is made... Oh, hello. Hi. But after the challenge is made, it seems to regress. Like, it's not interested in fighting. It's fine with sharing the space. But it definitely can't communicate with us. Even though it makes... Look at its gestures. Like it... Ooh. Hey, what the hell, man? Ooh, I don't want to fight you. I'm not going to fight you, actually. It's not that I don't want to, it's that I'm not going to. Jesus, chill out, dude. Oh my god. Oh, it's like a Kong versus Mothra. Okay. Oh. Okay, so a bunch of unnecessary nonsense is going on. First and foremost, you didn't have to do that. I'm not going to... I don't understand the creatures. Looks like Khan's been here before, most definitely. Jesus. Sorry, dude, you jump scared me. You can't be doing stuff like that. Oh my god, let me in, let me in, let me in. Oh my
The underground depository was a frightening place, and I had no idea where or what to search. But I refused to think that all my efforts would come to nothing.
Okay. Okay, my dear friends. Well, our gas mask is ruined. Oh, well. Look at that. I'm really trying to avoid killing these things. because they don't seem, I mean, they're not, here's the thing, I'm not a, like, maybe when I have played Warhammer in the past, maybe I'm an exterminate all Xenos type, but truly, you know, I'm definitely not an exterminate all Xenos type. I like to think that when creatures such as these librarians show the sentience that they do, you know, perhaps it's best to coexist, or not coexist, but at least live somewhat. Oh, that was a death drop. Good thing we caught that. But at least, you know, live at arm's length from each other, right? The librarians seem far too human-like and far too intelligent. And Artyom as a character, I just don't, he doesn't strike me as the, you know, the shoot-on-sight type. He strikes me as someone who appreciated bourbon. Oh man, we're in the gunk water. No good, no good. But he strikes me as someone who appreciated bourbon for his company and probably for the laughs and whatnot. I'm really hypothesizing here, but as a whole, I don't think he would have appreciated his. Oh my God! Okay, we're trapped down here. What are they doing? They're definitely intelligent. At least they have a modicum of intelligence. But I see Artyom appreciating bourbon for, you know, helping him out, and especially being an early companion. But as a whole, I don't see them, you know, unless bourbon's to change his ways. I don't, which, you know, people like bourbon don't change. Artyom doesn't fall into that category, though. Now, who does seem like Artyom, or have similar characteristics to him, is Khan. Khan being the wise, Kai's being the wise, kind of cryptid and cryptic, esoteric individual who talks in puzzles, but nevertheless, or talks in riddles, but nevertheless, challenges you to think, oh, Jesus Christ, I wish they wouldn't do that. I swear to God, I'm going to end up killing one of you. But challenges you to think for yourself, you know, and also think deeply of the world and little of yourself, you know. You can think for yourself and at the same time think little of yourself, right? Like, not be self-consumed. That's actually a principle in the Kado, which was written by Miyamoto Musashi for his last disciple. And it's not... Oh, he's sleeping. Oh. Sorry, buddy. Oh, my God. Sorry, buddy. Oh, please. Please, please, please. Let me survive. Let me survive. Okay. I think we might have gone the right way. Now, whether or not we're missing all sorts of stuff, that is unbeknownst to me. I wonder how much stuff they've just jam-packed. See, all I had to do was keep my light off. I just couldn't do it, could I? Ooh, a new gas mask? Ooh. Yeah, oh my God. Jesus Christ, I didn't think they could follow us this way. Alright, okay. Out we go, out we go. Out we go through here. Perfect. No, but I think I'm going to kind of reiterate what I was saying. Artyom leaves his home station for the first time in the company, or with Bourbon, right? Not together, but they end up together through happenstance. Oh my God, that bone landed way too close to that librarian's head. But they end up together, and I don't think if they would have continued their journey that the two of them, perhaps they're fast friends, but the lessons Bourbon taught him, he wasn't teaching, he was teaching him how to survive. He wasn't teaching him how to not how to think, but why you should be thinking, right? Why you should be trying to interpret the Metro differently. Like, not everything is evil. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's evil, right? So Khan's more of a shaman, a shamanistic individual, more of a teacher, more of a scholar, whereas Bourbon is a cutthroat survivor, right? And through Bourbon, through his actions... Oh, wow. But through Bourbon's actions, he is also totally alone. He didn't even look inside Artyom, my boy. What the hell? I feel like making crazy noise like that is not the move. He's skipping so many too. See, if he turned around and had to go back through all this stuff. Oh my god. Ooh. Now, see, that's a lucky find. If he had to turn around and go back through all that stuff, he would have to do it all from scratch because he had no system in place for his looting.
I had found the D6 documents, but Miller had not yet returned. Without his help, I wasn't certain I could get out of the library alive. But everything depended on it.
Alright, so I'm gonna blast... Oh, holy hell.
Oh, where you going, my man? I'll take you there for 50 bullets.
Comic relief is definitely nice every once in a while.
I had my doubts, to be honest. Did you find anything? Okay, saddle up. По коням, ребята. So, where are we going? To church. Artyom, does the name Khan ring a bell? Help us find you. I still don't know how we did it.
See, we were just talking about Khan, and Khan is definitely...
What you doing?
Khan is most definitely more in tune with the world than he lets on. And why would he? Why would he?
First, and so far the only human outpost up here. Sparta's outdoor base.
In the meantime, I'll check the documents you brought.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
I was put in charge of radio monitoring. Our hope was to contact the government bunkers.
Wow. Look at this. We have a whole base on the surface here. The first outpost. I want to talk about this for a little bit too. Look at this. This is an old oh hell. So you have a piece of a train car, it seems, or almost like a tractor's bottom, right? The axle the wheels, the axle, the frame, and then one of those, I have no idea what they're called. The Isuzu trucks, you know, little 2-passenger diesel engine truck mounted on top.
Peek whatever you like.
Oh, sweet. Thank you very much. They got the cow killer on the front. What is that actually called? Cow scraper. Tires. Everything's modified to fit a purpose. The bed itself has been... Hello. And the bed itself has been built up. And then, of course, you got a Vidishka turret. Looks like they've welded reinforcements on the doors. It's very cool. I just wanted to gush again. Take everything you like. Well, I'll most certainly be doing that. Give me all your things. Ooh.
You can't find stuff like this in the metro. It's the latest military equipment.
No kidding. So we could have just got one here.
The cost in blood is outrageous. I'll tell you that.
Oh my god. Look at this. So this is the first time we're seeing not all this unique stuff. We've seen... I think we've seen a Hellbreath before. Not sure though, but look at this, a bi-gun. Looks like it shoots 6 rounds. Klosh 2012, we already have. Oh, the revolver, my beloved. Unfortunately, this playthrough we haven't used it, but look at this absats. Buckshot firing heavy machine gun is deadly at close range, but eats through ammo at a high pace and does not accept silencers. It looks like a Dishka setup, almost set up to fire buckshot though. For us, that's not gonna fly, is it? Now the Hellbreath, on the other hand, I don't know. Hold on one second. Oh, we can just get anything for free? Seriously? That is so cool. That is so cool. Holy hell. Can fix everything up for how we like it. Seems like we're getting close to the end. So let's think about this for a second. I'm going to trade in the Shambler for the bi-gun. And then we'll customize this. We'll put a laser on it. First time using a laser. We have our Kalash 2012. Which is, what a interesting design. And then the Helsing, I really do love the Helsing, but I kind of want to try this Hellbreath out. Might as well. Ooh, 4-time optic? Hell yes. It's the first time we've seen anything like this. Extended battery. Increases the railgun's energy reserves greatly, allowing for the weapon to be fired for much longer without needing to recharge. Or makes the weapon accumulate charge faster, allowing for more rapid succession of full power shots. We'll take that. We can only take one, so that's what we'll take. And you don't want something like a... You don't want something like a... the hell am I trying to say? Like a laser sight on your long-range weapon. Reason being is it'll give your position away, and we're not going to be firing it up close anyways. But this is one hell of a post, isn't it? Seems like they blocked off the windows entirely. I guess that's oh, hello. Wow. Look at this.
Hello there, Artyom. I told you we'd meet again.
How did you know that?
It's a nice base the Rangers got themselves. I heard you received no help from Polis. What's your next move? Keeping silent, you're turning into a ranger. Take a close look at the road you follow, Artyom, and be aware of how it might end. You reap what you sow, Artyom. Force answers force. War breeds war, and death only brings death. To break this vicious circle, one must do more than just act without any thought or doubt. Well, Artyom, I've been chatting here for far too long. It's time to go.
Yeah, like I said, Khan is, again, the only other character we see carrying a Helsing, which is very cool, very unique. You see him here reflecting in the Well, this is a church, so no red corner, but here reflecting at the Wall of Saints. Contemplating, constantly in a state of contemplation. For Khan, you know, this is more than... There aren't simple answers to questions, right? Khan wants us... He's noticing a shift in us since the first time he met us, and he's not a father figure, right? He has no ties to us, right? Besides, we ran into each other, and he can see us, like, the shift in our personality since we have started hanging out, or not hanging out, but, you know, working alongside the Rangers. And that's concerning for him, because he knows that that's concerning for him because he knows that the path we are taking, you know, the path of destruction, the path of war, like he said, violence begets violence as a whole, right? And if you perpetuate a cycle of violence, you know, nothing changes. And it's easy to go to war. It's easy to kill one another. It's easy to fight. It's easy to be violent. It's difficult to be strong, and it's difficult to be brave, right? It's difficult to be kind and patient. It's difficult to have understanding. It's difficult to listen. It's difficult to look at change or adversity or difference, you know, at eye level. And, you know, it's difficult to accept that those things exist, first and foremost, but it's also difficult to understand why those things are important, right? And part of learning yourself as a whole is to learn to not be reactive, right? To not act out of emotion. Fear is an emotion, right? So I think that's neat. Khan's telling us the story, but, you know, he knows himself. He knows he is one individual. What can he do except for try to sow change? You know, try to tell Artyom that the path he's on might not be the path that he thinks he is on. But Khan also knows more than he lets on, right? So let's continue on here.
Okay. There's not much useful in here, just hints at most. Although it does show the way to D6. Well, that's our destination then. Are you ready? So, how are we faring? Old man, is everything ready?
What's done?
Vladimir?
The gear's ready.
You guys?
Ready.
Saddle up then. По коням.
Suppose it's time to go. Khan, the last one out the door here. Alright, folks, because I think the next part is... Not only do I think we're getting close to wrapping it up, but I also think that the next part is a cutscene. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I'll go ahead and walk us down and whatnot, but I wanted to say this has been quite an awesome episode, and we have definitely, we're definitely getting close to, we're past a climax, we're definitely getting close to an official end here with Metro. Metro is one of, if not the most impactful game series, media series that I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. And it definitely, playing through it again, like I kind of see why, in some facets of my life, like why I'm the way I am, why I'm a certain way, why I believe certain things, why I feel certain things. You know, this is definitely one of those experiences that I played over and over and over and over again, and seeing how the people react to the world and how they act in the world, you know, it was definitely a big inspiration, I think, for me, to, you know, Khan in particular, to see the world differently, to not judge first. And I, you know, I'm a victim of, just like anybody else, of, you know, being reactive or being, you know, short-tempered or whatever it happens to be. But nevertheless, I still like to slow things down, put things in perspective, and realize why, you know, why it's easy to be reactive, or why it's easy to, you know, be aggressive, or whatever it happens to be. Why is it easier to do that than the opposite? Why is it easier to be to get frustrated than to have patience? Or, you know, it's just it's more of a thought experiment than anything. You know, it's in part because we're going against our programming when we do that. I think we're set up for the final push here. We have all the good stuff. But just in case this is we don't get to talk too much more about this, I mean, we're gonna have a lot to say in the next part. I act like we're dying or something, bizarrely enough. But this is and has been a blast to play. We're gonna play the other two as well. We're not done yet, but we are getting close. So I guess I wanted to bend your ear a little.
Get in.
All right. Well,
dark tunnel, wheel rattle, and the smell of death. That's how our journey to D6 began. But our goal seemed closer now.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We have more content on the way, as always. And there is something for everybody, no doubt. Something for everybody. Metro is a phenomenal series, and if you haven't got a chance to play it for yourself, I highly recommend playing it for yourself. Pick up the books if you can find them. They might be a little harder to find, like as a physical copy in store, but definitely check online if you're interested in that sort of thing. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are growing so exponentially fast, it's blowing my mind. You have no idea how much it means to me. But I am extremely tired. It is very late at night. It is time for me to go. So, my dear friends, you must remember to mind the gap. Stalkers, mind the gap. And have a good one.